Hey YouTubers, this is going to be a review of a Rally Talus 2 that I purchased on Amazon. I actually purchased this through Amazon Warehouse. They said it was used, so I thought, well, I'll take a chance on it. And actually I was very happy to find that when it was delivered, the box appeared to be unopened and all the original packing material was still in the box and protecting all the bike components. So obviously it wasn't used, it was really untouched. And normally this bike is listed in the $500 range, and I actually got it for $350. So I feel like I got a pretty good deal on a new bike. So we'll just kind of go over some of the components of this bike if you're thinking about purchasing it. I didn't find any reviews on YouTube, so I thought I would do one of my own. So we'll just start with the front here. Just pretty basic. It's got Shimano levers. These are metal levers. Your basic grips. Does have aluminum stem and some spacers. There's 3 spacers, a small one and then 2 medium-sized spacers there. So I guess you could do some adjusting on your stem if you wanted to lower it. Headset. At first I thought maybe this was a tapered headset, but I don't think it is. It just kind of looks like that because the diameter on the top and the bottom look the same. I did lower the fork and it just has a straight tube, whatever the standard size is. What is it, like 1 1/4 or 1 1/8 inch tube? So it's not tapered, and I don't know if a tapered fork could be mounted on this frame, maybe with a new bearing set or headset possibly. So this has a Suntour XCE 28. It's just an entry-level fork, coil spring. Has these preload adjustments, but I don't know if they really do anything. Does have disc brakes, quick release levers, front and rear. The tires, this is a small frame. I'm only 5'8", and I bought this bike for myself and also for my girlfriend to ride. So I think it fits both of us pretty well. This bike at this small size comes with the 27.5 inch tires. These are 27.5 by 2.5, I believe. I believe if you get the medium and the large frame, they might actually come with 29-inch tires. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the specs on that. This bike with the small frame comes in at 34.5 pounds, so maybe a little bit on the heavy side. I guess a lot of that's probably due to the budget fork that's on there. Now this frame, this is a Talus 2. This frame appears to be the same frame that comes on the Talus 3 and Talus 4. So those are a little better equipped with the same frame. They also sell a Talus 1 that has a different frame. It also has V brakes, so maybe that's the reason why the frame is different. I noticed in the back here, if you look at the Talus 1 versus the Talus 2, 3, and 4, this section of it is different, the weld. So this is obviously a hardtail. So Shimano crank. It's a 21 speed, so you got 3 cogs up front. It has a Shimano Tourney front derailleur, and the same on the back, a Tourney for the rear. This has a Shimano free wheel, so it's not a free hub or a cassette. It has a free wheel, so if you were going to upgrade that, you'd have to get a free wheel. Disc brakes on the back. Has Formula hubs front and rear. So, you know, when you buy these bikes from Amazon, you know you have to assemble them. They come in a box, and they're not difficult to do, but you do need some mechanical expertise to put these together. Basically what you have to do is mount the front wheel, mount your handlebars, mount your stem, tighten everything up, mount your seat and your seat post. It does have a quick release seat post adjustment. you have to mount your pedals. These are just composite pedals. So not very difficult to do. I think the hardest thing about it is adjusting the shift points. So I did have to spend maybe an hour or so trying to adjust the front and rear derailleurs. And for that I went to Park Tool videos on YouTube. They have some excellent videos on how to do all that stuff, and that's what I'd recommend. The bike does come with instruction manual, and it comes with all the literature for the components that it comes with, but these don't do you a whole lot of good. So I think you're better off going to Park Tool and look at their videos. They've got videos on adjusting the shifter, front and rear, adjusting brakes. It does come with some basic tools. I didn't even open them, but it has Allen keys because I have all my own tools already. Reflectors. Actually, I did use this, so this is a spanner for your pedals. So the only issue I had with this bike out of the box, actually there's two issues I had. So one issue were the hubs. So these Formula hubs, front and rear, when I got them out, they were really rough. The bearings felt really rough. The cone washers felt like maybe they were adjusted too tight from the factory. So I went ahead and disassembled the hubs and cleaned them out real well, cleaned out the ball bearings, and re-lubed them with my Park Tool PPL1 and reassembled them, and just didn't tighten the cone washers as tight as they were from the factory, and they perform a lot better now. So maybe it's something that they would have broken in over time, but out of the box I just don't think they felt right, so I decided to take them apart. So the second issue I had was with the brakes. So I did have to go and adjust the brakes. Not only did I have to adjust the pad, there's a pad adjustment here that you can adjust the pad, but I also actually loosened up the mounting screws and remounted the brakes according to some of the Park Tool instructional videos that I found. And the other issue with the brake was that the front rotor, it wasn't true, so it was wobbling a little bit and making some brake noise, so I just kind of trued it by hand. So now it's working pretty well. So anyways, if you are interested in purchasing this bike, I hope this review helped a little bit. And I am not an experienced mountain bike rider. In fact, this is the first mountain bike I've ever owned, so I'm not going to do any type of review as far as riding it, because I just don't have any experience. I don't think that would be very helpful for you guys. But this is just more of an overview of the components and price. And like I said, I paid $350 for it, and I think the retail on it is about $490. So if you're in the $500 range and you didn't want to assemble the bike yourself, then I'd probably suggest just going to a bike shop and purchasing a bike that's already tuned and adjusted properly and assembled, so that you don't have to waste your time doing that. But for $350, I think I got a pretty good deal, and I think what we'll do is probably slowly upgrade it over time, and the fork will probably be the first thing to go. Anyways, enjoy.